Twitch guidelines changing. What? Anywho, back to the games. T69 versus 597 Billies. Oh, what the heck is he? Do I even want to open that? You know, I'm not even gonna open that. Not even gonna. I refuse on that account. Just not. I would help if people would hear me a little bit more.
Yo, do you need a caster for this match?
I mean, it beats being left here alone.
Yeah. Well, there's been like no voice on stream, so I wasn't sure.
Oh shit. Yeah. Probably
I wasn't
because
sure if
I think it was probably because my mic is all still wonkered. Honestly, that's probably the reason.
um I don't I think it's probably because you don't have the audio pathing set up correct because I have stream turned up and there's still no voice or anything. Oh, never mind. There it is. Okay, cool. Never mind. You have it all set up. So
Yeah, it's just my mic quality sucks.
hey, no worries. I have a great mic, and I will lead the charge here. Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome to the very first match of PMA LCS. Let's see if I can talk. PMA LCS split. Sorry for the weirding you out, unnatural quietness earlier. Huge shout out to Hook My Book. Sorry, Hook My Billy. Billy Book for
Welcome to
streaming us here.
memes.
I am Neil the Steel. Welcome one and all, brothers, non-brothers, everything in between. So, we got a little bit of a banger match here. The teams are,
The
yeah,
teams
they're
of
teams.
which you are referring to is XX T69XX, and going up against them is Five Nights at Billy's.
Okay, so we got Five Nights at Billy's versus whomever. What was
Five
XXT?
XXT69XX versus Five Nights at Billy's.
Oh god, these team names. All right. Yeah. Sure. Those are team names. We're not going to remember them. Someone's microphone just changed. Yeah, give us feedback on audio if there's any issues. Let us know, but I think you know, hooky Billy, hooky bookie. Sounds like a fan is on in the background.
That's
Yeah,
because I was hooking up something up to the back of my computer. Don't mind
sure.
me.
So not we're not all, we're not all rich. We can't all have amazing microphones, streamer quality podcast microphones. So if you want to contribute, hit that donate button, hit that subscribe button, and we will soon have great microphones for all of our casters. Yeah, so we were just talking about that TJR, and we will persevere. So we've got T69 and Five Nights at Billy Bob's or whatever it was. And yeah, so I'm gonna be behind since I'm not on spectate. So
Do you
look,
want
my
me to
Billy, if you can
stream?
share screen, yeah,
Yeah,
and then you
give
can just
me.
mute that. You don't have to have audio on that, or I can mute it, but it's okay.
Give me like one hot second because I'm readjusting everything.
Take your time. Take your time. I'm looking at teams here. So on T69, we've got our boy Tobex. We've got Pedestrian 1379 in the jungle. We got Tambo playing mid on Ari. We got Illusion subbing, I believe, on ADC. I don't believe so. That is Chase. That is Sid. Some of you might know him. He is not a member of the Splits. Subbing. We've got Mr. Trifecta.
There.
On Five Nights at Billy's, we got Disney, we got Sarah Cruz in the jungle, the Torpedo, Will Brooks, mid lane, Lolly Shentai playing AD, and I am the high ground.
Oh god, that's loud sounds. Alrighty, let's.
Symphonia John says he thinks it changed it from headset to webcam mic, so that might be something to check out. But either way, we can just power through. The people want to see the match, and we're gonna give that to them.
You know, that's probably because I disconnected my mic from. Oh, okay, let's do.
So bear with us as we deal with some technical difficulties. Streamer, you take care of that, and I will talk to the people. We were not able to chat during
right.
Champ Select, but we've got a kind of spicy draft here from both teams. I know Tambo really popped off on the Ari in combines, so excited to see what he's got going on with that. For this match, we got a Heimer Donger support. Been a minute since I've seen something like that in the PMA LCS. And yeah, pretty standard on the opposite side. Yorick pulling out the old StarCraft special.
Alright.
And
Wait. No.
nothing all that spicy going on. We're gonna have some shenanigans in the top lane here. Yorick finds an Aurelia in the Tribrush. Just a little love tap here and there.
But wait a minute. Excuse me for a second while I fix the. Oh, okay. I thought I was losing my mind a little bit. I legitimately seen fucking the good old pedestrian without his items. And,
no, I think we're good. Everyone got their items. They're onto the map. Looking good. Stream's looking good. Yeah, look at that. Nice and smooth. Yep. Directed cam is just taking us to top lane, which good old directed cam. Nothing like a like seeing the noodle fight that is top lane. Surprised Tizzy doesn't back after taking a significant amount of poke. He's about 60% HP at start there. But he's gonna tough it out in lane. Nocturne starting top. Jarvan going for the classic level 2 bot lane gank. You gotta know that this is happening. It's just a Jarvan special. Lolly Shentai with the early flash, and the high ground gonna go down here. First blood going over to the MF. You know, it's one of those things that you talk about. I'm sure it was announced in comms. Hey, care for the Jarvan level 2 gank, and it just still works anyway. They get Kai'Sa flash, they get Kai'Sa heal, they get first blood.
No. And speaking of a wet noodle top side, oh.
Oh, flash for flash, so close, but Nocturne right. Oh, he gets the Aurelia anyway. Syracuse gets the trade kill. Aurelia gonna go ahead and TP to lane. Nice little trade there. That's one of those moments where you gotta ping your top laner. Like, why did you even walk back up? You did not need to walk back up. From full health Nocturne against a Yorick level 2 that just tanked a couple of turret shots. You did not need to walk up. So unfortunate trade of kills there. Jarvan onto the top side. Syracuse kind of caught out here. Nice. Vigar Cage, good flash over it. And Tambo going to go ahead and pick up the kill on the Syracuse. Very nice.
This has become a very much of a little squander fest already. It's not even 5 minutes in.
Yep. Oh yeah! Exclamation fiesta in chat, folks. You know what to do. It's PMA LCS. Welcome back. I know you missed it. I know I did. So we are back. We are fiestaing. Some nice trading going on in the bot lane. Directed Cam wants us to watch Misfortune farming.
Honestly, just become more of a fiesta.
We might see it. I mean, Heimer's got both sums up. Mid lane's going to take a little bit of poke. Actually, Tambo sidesteps the Vigar abilities within the cage very nicely.
We got our noodle fest off top side.
Yep, and we're gonna watch top for a little bit. Yeah, I think until I mean the real spike here is gonna be some ultimates on both sides. Obviously, you got to be careful of the Nocturne ult. It is one of the more powerful ultimates in the game from a map-wide uncertainty perspective. But then on the opposite side for T69, you've got the Yorick ult. If this Aurelia does not stay present in lane, that Yorick is going to split push until Nexus of next game. So once that happens, you know, they're really going to have to keep the Yorick in check. And that can really draw a lot of pressure and let 5 Knights at whatever. Billy's. As speaking of 5 Nights at Billy's, we had 5 knights at the top lane with Pedestrian looking for the gank. Not much. He actually missed the flag and drag. It was a little bit odd there, a little bit of an odd interaction. Is backing on a ward. If Tizzy really wants to stop the back, he can. That will allow Syracuse to invade the bot side jungle. He does not stop the back, and Syracuse still has plenty of time to take the Raptors. Tambo knows he's there, has Spell Shield for the charm, but he is just positionally out. Mr. Trifecta is going to go ahead and stun. Illusion's going to come in and pick up the first kill. They may be able to get I Am the High Ground, but he does have Flash. He also has a Vigar coming in, Vigar Cage going down, but the charm hits. Vigar has to flash out. Misfortune Auto is going to pick up that kill. So there's a double going over to Illusion. This is a scary Misfortune. 300 gold bounty springing up there. They very well could transition this into a Drake here. And that is what they do. Easy peasy. Just like they drew it up in the tutorial.
Yeah.
Do they do that? I haven't played the tutorial in a long time, if I'm being honest.
I can't remember the last time I ever did it.
I think. Oh, ooh, unfortunate. Aurelia ult goes wide. Nice sidestep. Tobek's no mana, so he's not going to be able to pressure that kill. Plus, you have Nocturne here. Nocturne only level 5, so I don't think he's going to press his luck there. Gonna go ahead and just path down to his Raptors. The idea is get 6 as soon as possible. Already 2 deaths to Syracuse's name. Unfortunate. I really like the invade on Raptors when they saw Pedestrian backing on that ward topside. It was just a good bot lane roam from the side of T69 to catch him out that second kill. But we have some all chat. Tizzy, may I banter with you? We may see some emotes being flashed out here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the Vigar getting charmed and dying under his turret. Nice trade kill. Unfortunately, Tambo unable to find that weird space between the edge of the Vigar baby cage and turret range. So, nice little trade kill going out there. The wave is in a really nice spot, so I think both mid laners kind of are decent. Decent. Our top laners are having some fun in all chat, as top laners do when there's not much to do elsewise in the video game.
Okay. So, got the team names reversed. Just realized that. My bad.
That's okay. That is okay. We are now seeing the effect of this extremely fed Misfortune. Nocturne gonna come in with the ult. Fear gonna flash to make sure it lands. Pick up the shutdown on the Misfortune. Directed camera says, you know what? Forget that massive fight bot lane. How do you like top lane? And which I say, directed cam, you are drunk. So yeah. So looking like a very near double for the Misfortune of the bot lane. Huge ult hitting both Lolly Shentai and I Am the High Ground. Picks up Lolly Shentai, does not pick up I Am the High Ground. Syracuse with a clutch Nocturne ult. Like I said, the fear went down, flashed forward just to make sure it landed, as Illusion did heal to get the speed boost, maybe to escape the fear. But Syracuse able to pick up a huge shutdown on that Misfortune. The lead still firmly in the favor of the blue side. Team name to be determined. We have a dive coming in the top lane. 3v1. Tizzy, Wizzy, Dizzy. You're dead. So. Harold going to go ahead and drop in the top lane. This is going to be some massive golden. This is that side lane pressure of the Yorick that I was talking about. We see some action in the bot lane. Rel going forward. They're going to pick up I Am the High Ground. Sadly, the Rel is going to die for the dive. But the amount of gold and the amount of side pressure coming in, Illusion.
Another shutdown going.
A little aggressive. Wanted to walk under the tower, kill Lolly Shentai. A little bit of pride there, maybe. Haha. I killed your highest ranked player.
I mean,
but yeah, another shutdown going over to Syracuse, which
Well, in defense, you have to take initiative into this. Like, MF was a little bit more pushed up further than what it needed to be, and we already had seen
Oh,
serial
for
plays
sure.
that's coming around from behind.
If you know you're gonna go to the gray screen anyway, get something out of it. Good job by Illusion. This Nocturne on reset is gonna have a lot of gold, so I'm excited to see what he comes back onto the map with. More action in the bot lane. Just some hope, just some trade. Nothing all that spooky happening yet, but Nocturne is walking down bot lane with ultimate, looking for that Misfortune booty. Staying out of vision, just waiting. There it is. Right into the Misfortune ult. Unfortunately, fears the Rel. Oh no! And Misfortune is able to just pre-hit for the triple. And in the meantime, a kill in the mid lane going over to Pedestrian. That is not what you want to see. A 4 for 0 around the map. 3 of those kills going on to the very, very already fed Misfortune. She's already got Yumu's. She's sitting on another Shiv and a pickaxe. So we see some action going on in the top lane. You gotta take care of the maiden. You gotta kill the maiden. The maiden lives. Tizzy does not.
Honestly, it's just really hard to fight around Yorick with Maiden up, because you just gotta either deal with Yorick himself, you gotta take care of Maiden. Maiden's usually the main issue, but you're still gonna get beaten down by Yorick. It's a lose-lose case scenario.
I really do think you have to have your jungler around. A 1200 or even a 900 HP smite onto the maiden, especially level 1 maiden, is actually huge. If you can get your jungler to roam up, auto that maiden a couple of times, smite the maiden, Yorick becomes pretty useless at that point. So, the champion has one job, and that's to split push. So if you can take away just that utility of the ultimate of the maiden, it's pretty easy to play around. But you're right. It's tough. It's a tough 1v1 for sure. So we see a little bit of a delayed ace there. The 4 kills happening earlier, the kill in mid lane, and then very later. Again, another little flag and drag stagger, but goodness gracious. What is this? MF. Oh no, another triple.
That's
another Drake. Is the Drake up? No, they already took it. Oh goodness. Yo, OP, thank you for that sub. 52 months. I've been subbed to PMA LCS longer than Maya's been alive. Happy birthday, Maya. Yo, big shout-outs. It is the one and only Matthew Drake, Maya's birthday. He is 5. He is 5. So actually, OP, I think your math is a little bit off. You need 8 more months. You need 8 more months. So we'll forgive you that one, though. And Yorick is just smacking.
We just got a little bit of a
nice. Okay.
Neato thing. Smite damage got reduced on pets. Recent change.
The more you know.
So it's literally a fucking slap fest for Maiden at that point.
I think you just use all of your abilities on Maiden. Use your ultimate on Maiden. If you're like me and you're a Kayn main, just ult the Maiden. Just go inside the Maiden. If you're playing Mord, take the Maiden into the Shadow Realm. Nice charm going on to the Vygar. Nice chain of CC there. They're gonna get the kill pretty easily. I was gonna say earlier we did see Lolly Shentai pick up the kill onto Mr. Trifecta, which was a glimmer of hope. But this game is looking pretty doomed. Yeah. So yeah. At this point, even if Misfortune looks like she's gonna die, if it looks like Misfortune's dead on your screen, she's just gonna turn around and press R. And just like she did there, it looked like Sarah Cruz was going to be able to come in. Probably greeted the ult, thinking like, oh, I'll walk up, I'll Q, spell shield, her Q, fear, and she's dead. She just pressed R. Is Illusion a name change? Illusion is Skiz. I believe he is subbing. I am not sure for who.
Yeah, he's subbing for Cornstar.
For Cornstar. Okay. Illusion is Skiz, subbing for Cornstar. Actually, thank you for that sub, that tier 1, the 12 months. That is 1 year. So yeah.
You know, that sounds about right.
Well, you know, I noticed, you know, we're talking months, you know. It's like that thing where people say, "Oh, my baby's 28 months." Just say how many years old your baby. So, Actually's subscription baby is 1 year old. Congrats. Happy birthday.
Oh, the difference.
Yeah, not much to say about this match.
Honestly,
Misfortune's going to walk up and press buttons.
I mean, honestly, the best way to try and handle this is if you can get a surefire, like, lockdown onto MF without getting brutalized by the jumps of Ari and Rel and J4. Because their main damage is MF. What needs to happen is they need to figure out a way to stun MF and do enough damage to where the Rygar can literally rip his ult.
Yeah. If the Ari wasn't also pretty strong, has a 6-stack Dark Seal, is pumping out a lot of damage, I would say you can just Nocturne ult the MF. As speaking of, Nocturne ult's gonna come top. There it is. They took the Yorick down. Sadly, Tizzy's gonna go back in the opposite direction. Nocturne smites the Maiden. Reminder, you should not be listening to stream while you're playing.
That damage is unreal.
Yeah, that's nutty. So they are on soul point. You don't have to type at caster. We see you. We see you, baby.
That makes me want to cry. I guess that's understandable.
Yeah, this is that point though. In many PMAL's casting matches where we often hold the conversation amongst casters and chat, you know, what does red team have to do to get back into this game? And you know, it's a 12k gold difference right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this one off personally. But it is PMA LCS, so anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen.
It's gotta be a long, it's gotta be a really, really good sequence of shutdowns into some objective bounties. I think, I just think, I think blue team, with the people on blue team, I know that they are a patient group. They know what it takes to close this game out. It would take some serious throws, and then we can seriously flame too. So that's the positive of that. But Opie says they don't come back, they just focus on next game. I agree 100%. I did not see the bans from game 1. I saw the champ select, but I did not see the bans. As we see, Nocturne turns off the lights. Doesn't really matter. He's not going to go forward. He knows it's a... Oh, he does go forward, but it's a little bit of a death sentence. Barely even takes the MF to half health. And it's going to be a clean wipe here.
And that... Oh, it just slaps fast?
Yep,
there it goes.
It's a little bit of a delay. Nice flag and drag, and there's the clean ace. So they're going to go ahead and end here with this bot wave. Yorick's just still in top lane, just like hasn't figured out that his team's ending the game.
Oh, there he is.
It's just like, you guys want me to take top inhib, or like, what are we doing here? Oh, he's gonna flash forward to auto the turret, and that's gonna be game. So, well played
28,
to the blue
7.
side, which was 5 Knights at Billy's? Which team is which?
Okay, yeah, that would be 5 Knights at Billy's, that one.
All right, so game 1 goes to 5 Knights at Billy's. Heavily on the back of Illusion subbing in for Cornstar. I think we all know that that is a serious upgrade. Cornstar definitely would not have carried this game. Down with Cornstar, up with Flesh. We can see your chat on stream. Nice.
All right.
So that was a stomp. Indeed, it was. But I have faith that Team T69 could come back. Go ahead and toss me an invite to this one so I can spectate. Or I don't think I'm on your friends list actually. So
I'm looking around. And
let me toss you one. I don't know why you're not. I just tossed you one. Holy Billy. Holy Billy indeed.
Alrighty.
So we will go ahead and we'll do a series MVP. I think we're actually supposed to do match by match.
Normally it's a game 1 MVP, game 2 MVP.
Yeah, all right.
Which...
Let's do a straw poll. I'll go ahead and form one here. And we'll drop it in chat. And I think we can all agree that it's gonna be Illusion, but I will say this, for stats' sake, since he is a sub, maybe there's someone else that we all want to vote for. I'm not sure. We could probably just vote between the two of us, honestly, but who knows?
Well, there's like 16 watching, so we can throw one in.
All right. I'll put one in there. So top lane was Tobex. Jungle is Pedestrian. Mid laner, you got Tambo. Bot lane was Illusion, aka Skiz. And their support was Mr. Trifecta. All right. And
That would help to...
I'm going to go ahead and drop this into chat. Go ahead and vote on your game 1 MVP. Just on the game alone, I give it to Illusion. But I would consider Tambo. Tambo played really well, held down the mid lane.
Basically,
I obviously when you have a game of that magnitude of stomp, it could kind of go anywhere, to be honest. So go ahead and vote. I got a lot of votes for Mr. Trifecta. I could see that as well. The rel was really effective. And really facilitated the MF. And it works out that we don't give MVP to a sub. So yeah.
Meanwhile, in the midst of me trying to pull off all this again.
Oh, there's a cornball command. Oh god. This is a novel. That's too long. I'm not going to read that.
Now, as everything else, I'm going to go ahead, while my sanity's still here, I'm going to want to grab myself a drink. I'm going to go ahead and run an ad because we need to make that moolah real quick.
Yeah,
and
go
I'll
ahead,
go
run
ahead and bridge us to the next spec.
Yep.
So we'll be right back, people.
All right. So let's look at this spec draft. That on stream looks like a much different draft. That's a draft that's already done. All right, there we go. All right. So now we're in. We're gonna get a fiddle ban. That's against Sarah Cruz. Looks like they're speed running through bans, so I'm guessing that bans did not change from last game. I'm surprised to not see at least a little respect tossed onto the MF or anything like that. Looks like our MVP of game 1 poll is basically wrapped up. We'll go ahead and give it to Mr. Trifecta. Remember when I win MVP, I was last pick. Yeah, pick position doesn't really mean much if we're being honest. Okay, a spicy pick here. So T69 picks the rel away from Mr. Trifecta. And if I have the teams correct, and Five Nights at Billy responds with a Milio pick. So a really nice counter to the rel. Rel tries to go in. Milio tosses whatever that ability is called. Just pushes the rel back. It's a very, very simple mechanic. And Five Nights at Billy going to run back the Ari, while T69 is going to drop Will the Torpedo Brooks onto a comfort champion. We all know his Malzahar. It's his mainstay. Definitely his numero uno champion. Karthus. Karthus coming in. This is a nice spicy flex pick. You can play Karthus in the bot lane. You can play Karthus in the jungle. There's a couple of different places that this champion can go and be really, really effective. I don't know the experience that either of the players, Sarah Cruz or Lali Shentai, have on the Karthus. If I had to wager, I would wager a very, very small amount. I would say that this is a Karthus jungle. But as I said, it's probably a flex pick. It could go in either direction. Speaking of grabbing a drink, I'm going to grab myself a little beer. Nothing like casting with a beer. Remember when the mountains turn blue? Just joking. I don't drink Coors. We see an Ashe ban, a Caitlyn ban. So, yeah, some bans away from ADs. It seems like Five Nights at Billy agrees with me. They think that this is going to be a Karthus jungle. But again, I would not be surprised if this Karthus does go into the AD lane, into the AD spot. We're going to see an Ivern ban and a J4 ban. I like the J4 ban. The J4 was effective last game, was in the right place at the right time. The mechanics were a little bit questionable. There were some flag and drag misses, and not that I'm one to judge. I've missed more flag and drags than anyone. They're gonna hover a cane. Oh, they're gonna lock in the cane. So I hope that everyone in chat, everyone watching on Twitch, is ready for nonstop stream of consciousness cane commentary. Yo, Garfield Juice, thank you for those 52 months. Let's go. You and Opie are subscribed for the same length of time. You are 8 months behind how old Maya is. DH Eggs says Tizzy and Dylan swapping, it looks like. I don't know about that. We do see a Gwen locked in here. Tizzy bot Garthus is legendary. Okay, I did not know that. So that is new information. That's definitely possible. This is one of those flexible teams where you had Dylan and Sarah Cruz both queuing into the draft as Phil. A Kindred lock in. So we do now, I think, 100% know, obviously, that Karthus is bot lane. Kindred is going to be the pick in the jungle. Kindred pretty annoying. Kindred definitely pretty annoying for a Kayn to deal with. And then we see the Scion locked in for the side of Five Nights at Billy.
All right, I am
So, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I do think, DH Eggs, you are correct. And Garfield Juice confirming that this is going to be Tizzy on the Karthus in the bot lane. We're going to see Lolly Shentai on the Gwen top, which is the role that I think we all pretty much expected him to play this split. Top lane pool was very, very shallow in the draft. And Lolly Shentai being, I mean, arguably the best top laner naturally that we have. You would have expected to see him up there, but you know, top lane is just not the strongest snowballing lane at this point in the meta. So I think they experimented with they experimented with it with Lolly Shentai in the bot lane, and that didn't quite work out. So they're gonna go ahead and switch things up for this game. So from comps alone, I actually really like T69 here. For one reason and one reason alone, I think Kayn in organized play is hot garbage. And if it wasn't permanently banned from me, I don't think I would even play it still. It's very easy to play around as long as you keep vision. As long as you know where Kayn is, you just don't let him get a ton of orbs. Don't let him get kills early. It's a really it feels bad. And invading a Kayn while he's without form, without items, is it's pretty free. So Five Nights at Billy, they just got to play around that. You really have to be playing as a team to support your formless, basically baby Kayn. It's basically like Mai's age, but as a champion in League of Legends. So you just got to play around that. So I do like T69's draft a little bit better. I don't know. What about you?
Well, it's been a while since I've seen the actual like Tizzy Karthus strat.
Chat's saying it's a pop off.
It is.
Chat's saying it's legendary.
It is a entertaining pop off. I will admit to that one, because playing from the last split with him, because back then I was with him in GLHF, and we have done that before, so it is definitely entertaining time. Ernesto, wait, is he mid bot? Wait, is he bot?
Who are we asking about?
Tizzy.
Oh, he's gonna go bot. No, it's gonna be Rel Karthus bot. Malzahar is Will the Torpedo Brooks's main, and it has been for longer than I think any of us have been in the PMA LCS for the most part. But he's gonna play super safe on it. He's just gonna be the constant R button that he is as Malzahar, and it's gonna be really good. I think their comp works well around Kayn. I'm interested to see what form. I think this is going to be pedestrian. Whatever numbers 1273, whatever numbers follow him. I think this is going to be him playing Kayn. I don't think T69 is switching up their comp at all in terms of players.
I mean, okay.
If it were me, I'd be going blue form this game. But
I mean,
what do I know?
It's debatable, honestly. Bot side, you pretty much have an Undying Mage and Rel against basically Kog'Maw inebriating as I am turret with Milio.
Yeah.
So that's already going to be a not so fun time, and then
the Cog Milio I think is a solid lane. From the perspective of a Kayn main, I would say in a perfect world, you get a decent amount of blue orbs early. You get Ghostblade, or if you're still feeling Dustblade, it just got a nerf. But if you're still feeling Dustblade, and you basically one-shot Karthus. With an item and a half on Shadow Assassin Kayn, you can one-shot with one rotation of spells a Karthus AD. The problem is you're going to be constantly zoned out by a Rel. There's Malzahar R, which immediately shuts you down. There's Kindred R, that as soon as you ult into a Karthus, the Karthus walks over to the Kindred, Kindred presses R. And it's GG. So, I mean, Kayn goes red form and just plays frontline. Frontline with Scion. You let the Kog'Maw, you let the Ahri do damage from the back. Wait, Neil plays Kayn. This is news to me. I mean, no. The real answer is no, I don't. It's always banned. I'm not playing it anyway. That champion's trash. But yeah, no, I actually really do like T69. I like their draft a little bit better. Yeah, and Dylan got Gwen. So I think they were operating off the perspective of Dylan maybe going bot lane again. So there were 2 bans towards bot lane. Both second phase bans by Five Nights at Billy's. It was Ashe and Caitlyn. So they really thought I think they were all in on the idea that the Karthus was going jungle. But like any good flex pick, T69 was able to pivot it. The Karthus goes bot. Dylan gets Gwen in the top lane into a Scion. So that's not going to be a fun matchup for the Scion. But if Tobex can just stay healthy, we're good to go. So let's pause at 10, and then we'll give it the old PMA LCS 3, 2, 1. Boom. Paused. On you. Yeah, fix scoreboard, do what you gotta do. Boom. Off we go. So as I sort of maybe leaned towards, I do see Pedestrian 1379 with the Dark Harvest on Kayn. That is a pretty clear indicator of blue form, of Shadow Assassin. So I do like that. That is what I would have done in this situation. But I would have put a lot of thought into it, and I would have surveyed my team for sure. Just because as much as he could potentially get one-shot damage, there's a lot of shutdown. I think a Malzahar R, a Kindred R is just an immediate, like, non-starter for Shadow Assassin Kayn. So he's going to have to play really, really, really poke heavy, wait until cooldowns on the enemy team are down, and then work his way around that.
Minions have spawned.
So I think scoreboard is flip-flopped as well, stream. So Five Nights at Billy's is red side this game.
Oh, okay.
And T69 is blue side.
Okay. I was just like,
And that's okay. And that's all right.
And I'm already here, things. Okay.
All right, so Kane's going to start blue. Probably just full clear towards top side. Might look for a cheesy gank. First thing that worked for them last game was the Jarvan level 2 gank. Kayn level 2, not that great. So he's just going to go Gromp. Syracuse is going to mirror on his blue side. Directed Cam is going to take us top for the remainder of the match. And yeah, it's going to be fun. There we go. Jungler's pretty even on speed, clear speed. Kayn got to his wolves just a little bit faster than Kindred. But nothing to stand outish there. A lot of damage coming out from the Gwen onto the Scion. And I think that's just what we're going to see for the duration of the match here. Is just the Gwen's just going to be poking this Scion off of XP, off of minions. If you're playing the Scion, if you're Tobex, your job is survival. Kayn going to come in for an early gank. Now notice the Gwen, no flash, but she does put out a lot of damage. The immunity is up. They're fighting into the bush. They're tanking minions. There's a flash forward. And they're going to get the Gwen. Wow, that was actually really, really, really close. Both flashes coming out from Scion and Kayn. Kayn's going to pick up the kill. A lot of red orbs going over to the Kayn. That's not exactly what he wants. But orbs are orbs. The later orbs are more impactful than early orbs. So if you have to get early red orbs and you're trying to go blue form, that is 100% fine. As the game progresses, the percentage of your meter that orbs fill up increases exponentially. So it does not matter that he started with some red orbs as long as he gets some blue orbs as the game goes on. Yep. Well played by the bot lane of Five Nights at Billy's. They had to use all their sums to escape out of that, but it's worth to you know, to get out with their lives, not get any kills over. Yeah, no, I agree. I think when in doubt, red form is just the form that has a little bit more utility. The bruiser element of it is good in pretty much all situations. But I don't disagree with Shadow Assassin form here. That's what I would do myself. So, I like to see Pedestrian on this. He's navigated it well so far. Went ahead and took away the top crab, which, unlucky for Syracuse, did spawn with the mark, the first mark, as he was ganking that bot lane. So, no marks yet for the Kindred, but plenty of time. And they're only 1 kill down. And they're not that much gold down, so they're literally the first blood gold down. They're only down 400 gold. So Kayn looking for a gank bot, pings his E, so his bot lane knows how long it will be before he can go through the wall. Pretty standard stuff here. He's sitting in that weird crook, which is if you're playing against a Kayn, you should keep that crook of the wall just below Tri-Brush on red side. You should keep that warded at all times. So this is a really good ward spot. Canes will want to travel through the wall, unroll trespass through the wall into easy ganks, especially if they're going for blue orbs and your bot lane is the only ranged option. Yep. Oh, and directed camera says, forget about bot lane, go top. This directed cam, man. I mean, it's a classic Rito games. I mean, they just love top lane, man. It's hey, something's happening in this game. Is it top lane? Nope. Leave us alone. Yep. Will the Brooks. Will the Torpedo Brooks. Sometimes I just say Will the Brooks. Playing super safe in the mid lane there. Yeah. I mean, he's only down 7 CS. And similar itemization, lost chapter for lost chapter. Syracuse going to go ahead and take a back. Was able to... No, was not able to pick up a mark yet. Unfortunate. So... Yep. It's actually not a bad situation. I think that the Kayn is not that far ahead, even though he did get the kill. Syracuse technically up a camp, also has a little bit better pacing. Now he's down a camp, but he's about to be back on a camp. Pedestrian 1379 looking to start this Drake. Not getting a whole lot of team response. Pinged it a couple of times, sort of walked around it. Teams just sort of stayed in lane. Scion ult for the escape. Just going to go ahead and walk away. Ari keeping Will Brooks pretty much stuck at turret. Kayn going to go ahead and start this Drake, knowing that Kindred was topside. And Tobak's actually going to get out here. You know, he's not your solo queue Scions going for the execute. He actually was able to get the back off. They are doing this Drake very slow, and they are on vision. And Kane's half health. I mean, are they looking to contest? No. Yeah. I was just looking at the mini-map, looking at this this situation we got going on here. So, they are able to secure the Drake. I think there's a world where Syracuse looks to contest, but the prio was clearly in favor of the Kog'Maw. But there was a moment there when Kane and Milio were doing the Drake by themselves, and they were not doing it quickly. Kog'Maw was 6 here. Karthus and Rel got to be really, really careful. Those long-range bombs. Those Oppenheimers, baby. They're coming in. Karthus still no 6. There's a good flash from the Rel. Oh, the tower. No, the tower. Oh, the pathing. Oh, no. You could tell I Am the High Ground wanted to path just straight back. Unfortunately, the tower was in the way, and so there was that awkward stutter step. That little bit of time gave Illusion the ability to walk forward and drop an R right onto the Rel. Flashless Rel, flash forward past the slow, gets the flash out of Tizzy as well. This is a 26 CS lead in the bot lane in favor of the Kog'Maw. Speaking of things that are not ideal. Sure. Yeah. So we see a big ult coming out of the Scion, sort of a preemptive ult as the Kayn is ganking. Kayn ultimate goes in. She's going to get the Scion. Karthus ult comes down, and they are not going to get the Gwen. Another, I would say, somewhat successful 1v2, because I believe they are going to pick up the Kayn here. Yep. So we see the power of the Gwen here, especially Lolly Shentai on the Gwen, and we're getting more action. Ahri's going to look to get something done here, but she's just going to have to ult away. The threat of the Malzahar ultimate is just a bit too much there. So yeah. I mean, what can you say about that? Gwen's going to 1v2. She almost pulled off the level 3 1v2, was able to get both flashes out of Scion and Kayn. They were able to pick up the kill then, but I think now your time of 1v2ing the Gwen is now past. You're going to have to send a little bit more up there to kill this Gwen. She has Nashor's. Now that she has Nashor's Tooth done as well, it's going to be a little bit crazy. Ooh. For sure. As we see, big fight coming down here. Tizzy's going to go ahead and go down. No flash. Charm coming in onto the Rel. She should be able to walk out of this while Wildebrooks is going to go ahead and ult the Kayn, but he's all alone. There's not any follow-up damage. Ahri with the flash charm onto Wildebrooks. He's going to go ahead and go down here. Kindred going to desperately try to pick up this mark. Is unfortunately not going to get it. Pedestrian has the smite up, and so does Kindred, but sadly just unable to smite that mark away. Kayn going to go ahead and ping his Shadow Assassin timing. He did get Rost form first, as expected, with all those orbs he got from Gank's top. So we're gonna have to wait for a little bit of some Shadow Assassin action. Great fight in the favor of Five Knights of Billy's. Kog'Maw picking up a lot of those kills. All those kills, actually. All 2 of the kills that came in that fight. So we see the Noodles swinging out. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Walk in shadows. I'm gonna let you backseat. I'll just say Lolly Shantai is a perennial Diamond Plus player, so I don't know what your rank is, but if you want to drop it in chat and let us know, I don't mind. I don't mind the backseat, but yeah. You do your thing, I guess. I don't. I mean. We have a TP coming in bot. It is the Gwen. Gonna look to shut down this Kog'Maw. It's gonna be a lot of gold influx and classic PMA LCS. the Rel takes the shutdown. It was a smaller shutdown, so it's not that big of a deal. I think getting the kill is the more important thing because they are able to transition it into a Drake, which is I mean, it's only second Drake, so it's a stopper though nonetheless for a game that was looking like it might. They're going to go ahead and trade onto Herald on the top side. Although T69 walking up here like they want to contest here. They're not going to get there in time. Malzahar going to go down onto the Scion. He's going to tank card this all at the same time. It's just like... just perma ults. He's just tanking everything. Rel gonna barely escape. So. Syracuse right now has no marks. No. He's out here. He's 1-0-1. He's got the Kraken Slayer done. Kayn finally does have form, just transformed in base. He's going to go ahead and play towards this bottom mark. Kindred is hopeful. Please, let me get a mark. Kayn's here first. Rel is here, though. Oh, a little early smite by Pedestrian. And there we have it. There's the first mark. Going over. They finally got one. They're loving life. It's all uphill from here. But you know, you got a Shadow Assassin Kayn. Did go Dustblade, which is fine, I think. Even with the nerf. I still think it's really strong. Herald being dropped bot. Gonna go ahead and take this tower. They're gonna go ahead and get the second charge. They should get second charge. They have the numbers down here. Gonna zone the Karthus off with a couple of nice W's. And they should just walk this out here. They should be fine. Yep. Gwen trying to 1v2 here. Karthus ult gonna come in to help her out, and she's gonna get one, and she's gonna leave. Oh, she failed the dash over the wall. Okay. Yeah, and Tizzy pinging his teammate. That's just trolling. How dare you not 1v2? Someone did. Directed Cam did not show me that one, so... Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it was. Yeah. Yo, Hodor Nation, thanks for those 5 gifted subs. Hodor Nation has gifted a total of 15 subs to the stream. I have to say, though, for shame on some of those people, I see names of people who should already be subbed. And I'm calling them out. Sean Atonin, The Real JLP, Super Hoagie, and Packer Diehard. For shame. And Hodor Nation with his own resub of 10 months, to which he says, PP LMAO. PP LMAO. Oh yeah, no, you gotta troll Dylan. I mean, that's my daddy, so I will not give him any breaks here. He should be 2v1ing pretty easily this game. And he's not. He's just failing. This is going to be a spicy finish to this Drake fight. Sarah Cruz does have the inside edge here. Rel going in, looking for the Milio. 3-man ult. Malzahar ult down onto the Kane. Cyan going to go down as well. Kog'Maw going to go down to the Karthus ult. If anything, Blast Cone's back into the team. Ahri doing some work here at the end of the fight, though. And Kindred. Ooh, nice Kindred ult at the end. Gwen looking to come back in. Near full health. Gonna dodge the charm, gonna go in, probably take out the Milio first. And barely Milio gets away. Charm comes down. Kindred on the backside, gonna... Oh! My butt is clenched for that fight, for these health bars. Goodness gracious, and I think they're gonna get out. So, that's what I'm talking about there with the Kayn. It was unfortunately not able to ult, was not able to get in towards the Drake to smite. Malzahar ult is just an instant clamp down onto the Kayn. So you lose so much there. You really got to play a little bit more on the edge. Look for poke there. They started the Drake, and great response by Team T69. They were able to respond. They did pick up that Drake, and they picked up a bunch of kills. And they have a slight gold edge here of about 800 gold. It was a really good Rel ult, too, by the way. 3-man Rel ult. Did pick up the Kayn, and then Malzahar ult onto the Kayn. Just made it so that he wasn't able to go into any of the Umbral Trespass, into any of the squishy targets. As we see, Kindred's going to be caught out, looking for that mark. No ult because of the last fight. And they're just going to go ahead and pivot right onto Baron. TPs are up. Only for the Gwen, though. She's going to go ahead and TP. Cyan going to go ahead and try to ult all the way from bot lane. Unfortunately, Kog'Maw just going to go ahead and caught out by the Malzahar ult, and he's going to go down. I am the high ground, takes the kill again. Rel loves killing the Kog'Maw and not giving it over to teammates. But, yeah. I mean, I like the look. The look to just go right onto Baron is there. Unfortunately for Five Nights at Freddy's, Five Nights at Billy's, all of T69 was there. Good immunity on the charm. Gonna choke the Ahri out of lane there. Karthus ult just for Dark Harvest proc. No big deal. Torpedo is a god. R button and outplays. He's really good at pressing R. He's pretty solid. He's pretty good at pressing R. Yeah, I mean, for sure. And I do think that if I'm advising or coaching T69, I mean, this is the comp I would run with generally. I don't know how deep Tizzy's ADC pool is, so that might be a factor against them, but I just don't see them having as much success without Dylan being top. With that said, I mean, the Gwen hasn't done, like, it hasn't been super stand-out-ish in terms of, like, objective plays or anything like that, but it's just been so solid and hard to kill. She's soaked a lot of 2v1s, 3v1s. And it's just hard to play around. As we see Kayn going to go ahead and ult the Kindred. The Kindred ult comes down. I don't see how Kindred gets away here. Yeah, even with the dash over the wall. I mean, autos are coming through. You time your abilities around the Kindred ult coming down, which not everyone knows the timer of, but just guess. And they're gonna look one more time. Here we go again. And TP coming in from the Scion this time because Gwen does not have TP. She TP Blast Fight, so this should be a secure for them. So back and forth we go. The gold lead for T69 about to disappear in about 2 seconds, and boom, there it goes. Hey, great book. If you enjoy reading about hobbits walking places, boy, do I have a book for you. It's called it.
Okay, so curious with the comp of what T69 isn't going
Sure. Yeah, really quick, Hodor. It's a 4 second. The Kindred ult. It's a 4 second. As we see a charm coming down to the Rel, she's gonna go forward anyway. 4-man ult. A lot of damage coming out from the Gwen. The Milia's gonna go down here. Umbral trespass into the Gwen. Karthus ult gonna do big damage, sort of disengage damage. Oh, the Karthus is gonna live here. And the damage just not quite enough to dissuade them from taking Drake. That was a huge Rel ult. You know, it's one of those spicy ones where it catches a lot of people, but there wasn't a ton of follow-up. Lolly Shentai was able to get in there, do some damage, kill the Milio, but then it was hard disengage from there. As we didn't see the Malzahar ult come through at all. We didn't see a whole lot of Karthus damage come through in that clump. Yeah, a little bit. We're going to go ahead and see an engage here on the top side. Kayn and Scion are just sort of floating around. They really want to get this turret. Ooh, a questionable decimating smash there. Still just kind of floating around. Collapse ability is possible here.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And they got it. So, you know, you're going to commit a lot of resources to it. Okay. The Rel looking for an angle, not really seeing it. Ooh. Just going to go ahead and die to the Kog'Maw there. The Blade of the Rune King coming in. Nice Kindred ult to negate the damage of Umbral Trespass. Going to go ahead and go down anyway. Little Flash W from the Kayn. Karthus going to go down as well. Gonna ult, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to do much to anyone. Malzahar in the area. Oh, these health bars are so low. They pick up 2. Kayn is burning, but he's not gonna go down. He's gonna stay alive here. And they're just gonna walk away. They did pick up a couple of towers in the top lane. They were able to donate a little bit of gold on the Kog'Maw. The Kog'Maw death. I think there was a shutdown on the Kog'Maw? Maybe not. No, there was not. Okay, so... You know, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There's a shutdown on the 2 and 3 Scion right now. So we got a lot of shutdowns on the side of God. I cannot remember these team names. Five Nights at Billy's. If T69 can pick those up, get back in the driver's seat in terms of maybe objective control, they should be able to pull this one out. They had a gold lead there for a pretty extended amount of time, but ever since that first Baron that Five Nights at Billy's was able to pick up, they've been steadily decreasing. But they're only about 2K gold down now. Is there someone else casting with you? Yeah, there is. I don't think his microphone's very loud, so...
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I'm pretty sure they can. Maybe it's just a little bit quiet. As we see the Karthus just getting absolutely blown up here. They're just goon squatting at this point. T69 is going to go ahead and play for this Baron, but I think they're going to lose a large portion of their base. This is a cannon minion wave here. They're going to lose Inhib. They just finished Baron. They're going to press B as fast as they can. They're definitely going to lose the bottom Nexus turret. Okay. Five Nights at Billy's is going to go ahead and try to walk away. A charm coming in onto Syracuse. Rel looks to go in. Nothing doing there. The Gwen maybe a little overextended here. Nice stopwatch, but I think too little too late here. And that's going to be game. That was a valiant effort. Just a couple of missed abilities there on that sort of dissuasion attempt after they did Baron. And just a little bit of bad timing. Pedestrian doing damage. Hello. Yeah, I mean, Hansu, that's, you know this. That's what Blue Cane does, baby. That's damage right there.
Yeah, no. That is definitely straight up damage. Holy hell. Ha.
Wait, what? That Kindred ult. He's trying to stay alive, man. You know, protect the KDA. This is a long season. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're dead either way, honestly. So, it was a nice effort. I think the Baron take versus the push of Five Nights at Billy's was just a little it was just a little mistimed, but it's one of those moments where it's do something or do nothing, I think, in a lot of minds. So yeah.
I mean,
I like the call. I think the call is fine. I think maybe it was misjudged. Like, maybe they thought they could burn it a little bit faster and still have time to get back. But
honestly, don't get me wrong. I like the comp from both teams.
Sure.
Granted, though, with Karthus Rel, I like it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But in a certain case of, like, trying to first pick a support, I'd rather pick someone that is,
yeah,
able to have a little bit more damage on hand, and then
I mean, it was a pick away, and obviously, like, we know that Mr. Trifecta was really good on the Rel game 1, so it was a smart pick away. So I don't mind that very much. And blue side, they had they had good a decent gold lead, and they had objective control. I think they were up 2 drakes to 1 at one point. I think the game was theirs to lose, and just a couple of rough fights back to back versus, a couple of item spikes on the side of Five Nights at Billy's ended up going against their favor.
Do you want to do a
General Dill
poll
says,
real quick?
"Welp, back to Gwen being permabanned was fun while it lasted." Dude, you lost. Why would people ban it?
Because
And someone in chat was saying you were building it wrong. So I don't think anyone, I'm just messing. I love you, Dylan. I don't want to play against that.
oh yeah,
Those rel
no.
ults around drag were really gross. Yeah, where was the follow up? That was the question. It was just it was a little bit of rough positioning, I think. It was really, really well played by both teams. That second game, obviously, much better played than the first game. I'm gonna go ahead and make a straw poll for MVP of the second game.
Who was the MVP for the
And
first
then
game?
MVP for first game was Mr. Trifecta. On his rel. So I'm gonna go ahead and make basically the same. God bless.
America.
God bless straw poll, which is I hope based in America. For saving the options from my poll I made half an hour ago.
Also,
Good on him.
point still stands. ADCs can't win MVP.
Dylan, don't ask me, man. Some guy was in here backseating saying he had 18 Grandmaster accounts. I don't fucking know. I don't make this shit up. I just cast it. I don't know. There's your straw poll for game 2. Go ahead and vote on your MVP. And I don't know. I mean, we can do a short interview, or we can not do the interview. It's the first match of the season. It's up to the teams eventually. It's short for pedestrian. Just deal with it.
Holy shit.
I go shorthand. I'm not typing your full name and 18 numbers or whatever you got.
Pedo.
Just deal with it. Just whatever. You make the straw poll next time. How about that? So anyway, go ahead and vote. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Pito. I like seeing a Kane, and I thought he played it really well. And I thought it was really well played.
Oh shit.
I mean, it was effective. It pumped out damage when it mattered. Like, you see the damage number isn't that high, but you're not really like. That's the thing about Shadow Assassin Kane. You really don't pump out damage like a Karthus, or not a Karthus, sorry, a Kha'Zix or a Rengar, like more 100% assassin, like 100 to 0 champions do. But you do the damage to the carries when it needs to be done, and it makes the fights really, really annoying.
Yeah.
And with how hard that game was gonna be with like Kindred ult and Malphite ult, I'm drunk. Malzahar ult. I'm not drunk, but I'm getting there. And we saw the Malzahar ult come down, perfectly played a couple of times on the Kane. It was like, GG's, man, you can't play the game. He played around it really well. He only died twice. That's way less times than I would die playing Shadow Assassin. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So what do we got? We got results here?
we got like 2 votes for 3 people, and then the all over is.
Yeah,
Illusion.
we'll call it. So it is, the MVP is going to go to Illusion, the sub. So anyone but Cornstar, I guess, is the mantra. Hashtag, or not hashtag, exclamation ADC.
But I mean, ayo. But if you guys want to,
Yeah.
throw the good old like interviews, and we can pop into the player of the game. But it's gonna be a short one because God Lord
No, I'm good.
knows it's almost 1 in the morning.
I'm good. We don't have to. It's late. It's super late. We don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to. We don't have to do anything there.
Oh, thank
So, we can get after it. The next match when we play, when we cast, when we do whatever, when it's not 1 in the morning for you East Coasters. So, GG's to both teams. Congratulations, and there we have it. Smack the champagne bottle against the side of the PMA LCS split. Because here we are.
Yeah, well, our first
Um,
game through now. All right,
Yep.
and now we
So
got.
make sure you tune in later this week. We'll have matches all throughout the weekend. I know for sure there's one Sunday because that's when mine is. I'm sure there are some Saturday or
No,
Thursday
with
or
the
Friday.
schedule, we got like schedules already up for week 1 already, from looks of it.
All right, when's our next match?
Coming up 2 days from now, August 18th, both at 10 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. We got the good old, if I'm even saying that, Ash to Mal fight against Mac. Who's Mac?
We got some ATM action going on. So
Yeah, Mac, and then
yeah, you want to tune in for sure.
and then GW. What? Wait. Oh, gaining wieners. Why? Why with that name? No, I'm not even gonna question it. Gaming wieners versus my team, out of towels, and then coming
Great
back
team name.
for 2 days after that is GUR versus FB. So I'm assuming fresh bread versus going in raw. going.
Yep. I
Going in
mean,
round.
you know what? The team names are the team names. So
You know,
deal with
I'm
them.
not even
We'll be
judging
back.
it.
We'll be back live Friday. Cheers, everyone. GG's, and be nice to each other on the Rift.
Yippee-ki-yay!
See you all later.